one every day forever, and we watch it one every day forever. And we get together and we play this game called FOMO, which is pretty fun when it works. You go to fomonouns.wtf and you thumb up or thumb down the noun, and theoretically, that should get us a new noun.
The reason why Sam's saying theoretically is because over the past week, someone has taken it upon themselves to build a bot that Sybil attacks our FOMO app. So we're just trying to play a game, have some fun, mint the new noun, but someone decided, no, you can't do that. So
wait, someone's actually doing this?
Somebody's doing that. Yeah, we don't know who or why or when. Well, no, we know when at 9 o'clock. But anyways, we don't know why.
No way.
And that's what we've been dealing with over the last little bit.
We definitely have some theories as to why, but
there are theories.
More towards it's a person who really, really likes this.
Well, speaking of theories, I have a theory that Poap's about to win his 20th noun here with a bid of 43.52 ETH. If you're on nounclock.app, you'd see that there's no pending bids coming in and only 39 seconds left in the auction. So we're going to do a 30-second countdown, and then we're going to go play FOMO nouns together. If you don't have it open in your browser, please get it open. It's really fun to play with us. It is fomonouns.wtf, and then you can partake in the game and have some fun. After that, we're going to be speaking with our guest, Nick Sylvia from Bud Light, about Bud Light and nouns. So come play with us, Nick. You can play on mobile or on
I might have a hard-hitting question for him later.
Oh,
I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, 2, 1.
There's a pumpkin. Oh, we missed the pumpkin.
Okay.
That's it.
No,
we're going to play fomonouns.wtf. Poap just won himself a cookie fry.
Nice.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to vote up or down if we like the noun, and we're going to see if it allows us to settle a noun. Usually if 60% of us like a noun and we all press up, then we're able to pick that noun for the next day if the bot doesn't interfere with us. So let's see what we can do.
I'm not a fan of the square.
No? Not even the noun square?
Well, the noun square, yeah.
Well, this is awkward.
Square, no.
Should we buy this noun and make it our... No, too late. It's gone.
Oh, I love it.
Love
this
the
is
microwave.
the ugliest noun I've ever seen in my life, and I would not want to see a little version of it.
Brother, please.
Just kidding.
I like
just
that.
Kidding.
DNA money.
I'm a weed head now, man. I'm a changed man.
Yeah, and not for the better. I'm just kidding. So that's a really nice DNA with the matching double
noggles in the veins.
Double helix, double noggle. Come on, guys. Ugh.
No love.
Did you say TNA?
TNA?
DNA.
I love Jupiter.
Fun fact: this is
Me
is
too.
the biggest a noun head can be.
Yep.
Yo, Jupiter.
Legally, if you get any bigger than this, it's illegal. So.
Little
by-
Jupiter's probably so cute.
And
You
by
gotta
illegal,
watch
I mean
out,
Gremplin
keep
says
red
no.
horns.
Gremplin is the law. You all know that, right?
Of course, it's crunchy. I need some water.
Ooh, that is a really
nice.
nice undead noun with a
Very good.
knit
tempting.
sweater.
DNA.
Here we go.
Okay,
here
here we're
we
going
go.
to find out if the bot is acting up or not because it's trying to settle. And we don't know if it's going to go through. If it's like past days, it's just never going to work. And
It's not
looks like
going to
it's
settle.
not going to work.
I think that in combating the thing after reading the stuff in FOMO on the Nouns Discord, I think that they messed up.
Well,
somehow.
Sam, you know what I think, Sam?
Huh?
You're ugly. You are disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
Yeah, figured.
Ooh, that's a nice barrel.
Yeah.
Ugly.
Wine and pizza.
Toshi, that's a pretty fancy PFP you got going there.
Thank you.
What are you all dressed up for? Where are you going?
I'm going to post the tweet here, but a member of Noun O'Clock in the Noun Square did this like awesome little animation, and it just made me laugh so hard. I loved it.
It was actually, the way I came across it is it's actually one of the props that went into our prop house round. So,
Goddamn dino.
We tried, Ryan.
Shrimpy dino. No shrimpy dinos.
No.
What's with all the clocks? We keep getting clocks and watches up
Carrot
here.
time.
Yeah, because we're wasting our time.
Oh, shots fired. Hold on. Where's the shots fired? Where's this machine gun?
Machine gun.
Someone keeps moving all this.
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
I mean, that is shots fired, but
Kind
not the same
yeah.
shots fired of it. Where the heck are the shots? Did they
Bottom
get taken
left.
off because they're too violent?
Machine gun. No, it's here.
They're on the bottom left.
Oh, there it is. I swear to God, they used to be on the left side.
It's right next to.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that is a nice goat.
I love that
It
shirt.
is party goat.
What is that body?
Girly.
Are you playing with us?
Oh,
Nick?
Griffey Panda.
Yes, Panda,
you know
come
what?
on, Panda.
Give us the
You would think
panda.
that they're
Hungry
pretty lean.
Panda.
You'd think they're pretty
Yes,
lean with all the
yes.
bamboo they eat, but pandas are actually pretty greasy.
Hey, Nick, is this your first time playing FOMO before?
It's actually not. This is
Okay.
it's a pretty good set though. I'm disappointed we didn't get that zombie at the beginning.
Yeah, we really should. We should have, but like we said, we've been dealing with some botter who keeps making it so that settlement can't happen. So we're kind of, our hands are tied behind our back, but at least we get to see lots of nice nouns.
Where's Josh? We get sharked out, overpay for another noun.
So we're gonna
Okay,
be here
shots fired.
forever.
The rest of this spaces is just going to be Ryan with shots fired.
Spicy Ryan.
This is shots fired. Shots fired
Oh,
Friday
ugly.
with Ryan Mack. It's a new segment. No.
Yeah.
All right, well. Ooh, Cardinal Square. Isn't that a place in the Vatican, Sam?
Yes.
I feel like we see that square a lot.
Yeah, lots of
Where
squares
they-
and lots of watches.
It's where they have the Spanish Inquisition.
Who is typing like a shadowy supercoder? Is that you, Al?
Oh, that's my bad.
It has to be him.
He's taking notes.
For who the
He's been asked by the Dow to see how we're doing on this.
Okay, I
Whoa.
like this orangutan.
I want an orangutan hat so bad.
But we're not going to get it.
So
Somebody's trying to settle it, though.
It's
Is it
going to
us
try,
or is
but
it
it's
the bot?
not going to do it. I guarantee you, I think they messed up the back end.
we
Oh,
did
man.
this yesterday. It goes to settle and it just kicks back down.
Messed
Yeah.
up the back end. Don't you hate when you mess up your back end?
Yeah, that's why I'm Lord Simi.
I did that once while tobogganing. It wasn't fun.
Oh boy.
Not ideal.
Well,
I noticed that, so I don't know if you were watching the bids earlier, but Noun 60, who holds the moon with the white shirt. Doom
Whoa.
Doom Dino.
Whoa,
Everybody,
whoa,
come
whoa.
on.
That's clean.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you.
sunshine,
Please,
right,
please
let's
go
do it.
through.
Let's go.
Yes, yes,
don't say
yes.
I never do anything
Please, right,
for you.
that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Please.
Did it work?
Oh,
It
yeah.
worked.
On.
Did it?
Ryan,
It
I
worked.
never want to hear
Oh my god.
anything
Yes.
again about not minting dinos for
Got it.
you.
Doom
There you go.
Dino.
Ryan.
That's a Doom Dino. It's pretty sick.
Damn.
That's so good. 3
So
colors.
clean.
Everybody do the dinosaur.
Oh, I knew you were going to sing that.
I know,
But
man.
it's like Doom, right? So it's like, yo, that's when the asteroid's about to hit.
But he's also naked too, so I mean, make of that what you will. It must be a tattoo, I guess.
Doom nipples.
Doom tattoo, or it could just be like chest hair, like
I
Doom
got
chest
it.
hair.
Ooh, just like one swirly line. Of shit. Nice.
One swirly Doom chest hair on the double dino.
Just that.
Why did the
Joe-
dinosaurs die? It's because
like
they
that
didn't
Joe
have
Dirt
clothes.
white trashy chest hair.
Anyway, Doom Dino. I feel like this one's gonna go for a premium. It's gonna single-handedly save the bear market.
I hope
Doom
so.
Dino. Even with the matching glass, like that is a very nice noun. And I'm not just saying that because I rugged you with it, and we have no choice. But you know, it is a very nice one.
The last one went pretty high too.
The last Dino.
Mm-hmm.
What did he go for? That was before.
100.
That was in the before times.
I think he was also naked.
He was
I
naked.
remember.
The dinos like to be naked for some reason. I don't
What
know
are
why
what are
that
the
is.
chances of tiny dinos coming together to cop this noun?
Yeah, Ryan.
That would be super fresh.
Ooh.
And clean.
Doomy dinos.
Yeah.
We do have a nice treasury. Maybe that would be a
Dude,
good
that would be this would be the perfect op for sure.
That would be
Pricing
super
has
cool.
been favorable too.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Make
I
it
got-
happen, Ryan. Make it happen.
I got to get on the horn now.
Like when
Well,
you got
stay for-
when you
I
did
mean,
the
stay for
billboard,
the
man, just throw it
spaces.
together.
You've got 24 hours. You don't have to jump off, right? So you can stick around for a bit.
Man's
Yeah.
determined.
So that was fun. It was chaotic, and unfortunately, we weren't able to FOMO mint a noun, but at least we were able to rug ourselves with a nice one. And now we can talk to our guest, Nick Sylvia. Welcome, welcome, Nick. How are you?
Fantastic. Great to be here with some fellow nouns. Super excited, you know. But Bud Light's been in the space for a while now, since the beginning of this year, and it's been awesome just to interact with a bunch of people from the community. So excited to, you know, just be here, hang out, chaotically vote on some great nouns. It's been fun so
Awesome.
far.
And by the way, I know this was announced in the Bud Light server, and if you're here from Bud Light community, welcome, welcome, and we'd love to see you come back every day and hang with us and learn more about nouns. If you have any questions about anything that happens on the show today, feel free to just put up your hand and come up on stage, or you can just reply to, if you hit that little bubble on the bottom right, you can just type in a question right there and we'll answer them if we see them. On that note, too, guys, if you haven't retweeted the room, we do a contest every day for 0.069 ETH. That's real money, real ETH. We do every single day for a lucky person that retweets the room. So if you haven't done it, swing over there on the bottom right, the purple or white little bubble, and retweet the room for us so people can come and hear all about Bud Light and nouns. So, Nick, tell us about where this all started. I believe it sort of had its genesis from within VaynerMedia. How did the Bud Light and nouns relationship come to be?
Yeah, that's a great place to start. I mean, as I'm not sure you all are aware, like the broader company Anheuser-Busch got into the space earlier last year when we bought Beer.eth. That was kind of our first step in. That was
Yes.
from Budweiser. One of my favorite things that we've done so far was just buying that and then changing our name to that on Twitter. It absolutely caught fire, and we've done fun stuff with it since then. We dropped a limited merch collection with Beer.eth. We even put it on our cans at the event we had in St. Louis. I've got a Beer.eth can on my desk right now.
Here's a question for you, Nick, about that.
Yeah.
Have you guys claimed your beer.noggles domain yet? Do you know?
I don't believe we have.
If not, that's one to take back to the bosses. Make sure they get it done, because
Get your NNS.
every holder of an ENS was given the opportunity to claim their corresponding NNS, which is basically the same thing, but instead of .eth, it's dot with the noggle symbol. It's a native naming service that we have here that one of our community members created. So anyway, you guys got to get on that. Beer.noggle's got to be pretty awesome one to hold.
Love that. Yes, I will get on that. But yeah, that was our first step in the space. We've done a few things since then with Budweiser, and then we wanted to have another brand, Bud Light, join the space in an authentic, fun way. And we thought getting involved with an awesome community like Nouns would be the way to do it. And that's when we bought Brewski, which was very fun. And you know, it's been a crazy ride this year since we hopped into just the Web3 space. But yeah, we worked with VaynerMedia. We were in talks with a few people among the Nouns community. We bought a Noun. He's a very adorable Noun. Brewski, nice beerhead.
By the way, Brewski, there would be no Brewski without FOMO. Back when FOMO was working, that's exactly how we got Brewski for you. Was the community pulled together and tried to mint a noun, and surprisingly, even though it's completely random as it comes down the blockchain, FOMO allows us to put our heads together and try to pick noun heads, and that's how we were able to mint one for Budweiser.
Yeah, that's I love it. I mean, literally the perfect one for us to get into the space. And since then we dropped the Bud Light Next collection right around Super Bowl, and now we cast our vote through our Bud Light Next collection. So
Yep.
however many Bud Light Next NFTs you hold, that weights your vote for our noun. So we host the vote for our community within Discord, and then we use Snapshot to weight the votes based on how many tokens you hold, and then we cast
Power
our
to the
vote
people.
with our noun. Exactly.
Power to the people. Can you explain what Snapshot is? Snapshot for anyone in the audience who's not familiar?
Yeah, basically it allows you to it allows us to aggregate the votes from the community in an effective way. You go in, you connect your wallet, it scans how many applicable tokens you have for the vote, and then we compile there, figure out if it's a yes or a no, and then we cast the vote ourselves.
That's very cool. So I have a question about voting. So I've been involved in the Nouns community for almost a year, and I saw a noticeable change, maybe 4 or 5 months back in the voting that was happening from Bud Light. Early on, it seemed like there wasn't a lot of support from within Bud Light Next for most proposals, and then over time it seemed to have changed, and now there's a lot of support for a lot of proliferation type proposals from within Bud Light. What do you think changed within the community to sort of have that effect?
I think it was just education. I think our community management team did a great job educating our holders on why they should pay more attention to these votes and the proposals. And they did regular sessions to educate people on the proposals themselves, and that's why we started getting some more activity, more people engaged. We've had some people from the Nouns community, when they submit proposals, come into our Discord to talk about it and tell the community why they should help approve it, which is awesome. Definitely welcome anyone from the Nouns community if you want to come in and talk to the Bud Light Next community about why we should vote towards your proposal. Feel free to do that anytime.
That's awesome. If you can, at some point while you're up here, if you can post a link to the Discord, you can pin it to the top here so people can go and join. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
And funny enough, we have Abtoshi here, and Abtoshi had a proposal for her Nouns on the Ground initiative. How long ago was that, Abtoshi? It must have been like 6 months ago?
It was actually only a couple of months ago because NFT NYC was at the beginning of July.
Sorry, I meant 6 months ago in NFT time. Yeah.
I know.
So a couple months ago, Abtoshi had a proposal up for NFT NYC, and she was one of the first people to really do the work of going into Bud Light and talking to people, and she came out with a resounding yes from there, and everyone was like, well, hey, what do you know? If you talk to the people from Bud Light, they might vote for your proposal. And so I think that was part of it too, is that people started realizing that, people in a vacuum can't vote for your proposal if they don't know you and they don't know what you're trying to do. So good job, Abtoshi, for paving the way there.
Well, it's fun, and I find the servers to be full of people who actually want to talk about these things. And if you peruse through general and stuff too, you'll see people asking about nouns or coming into their server for the first time and saying do we get to vote here and stuff too. So I thought that was so cool, and it's a much more involved community than one might know at the start, but because they just have the one noun. But I think it shows too that you can very successfully have a very, very large community behind a single noun and participate in the noun's governance as well.
Totally agree. And one of our beginning, our first step, when you typically think of a normal Bud Light drinker, they might not be aware of everything going on in the Web3 community. And that's really what we were trying to do. We were onboarding people into Web3 by dropping a token. Now we're educating them on nouns. They're starting to see how things are working, and that's really what it's all about. It's really about educating people on the space.
I love that. I was told that you were going to talk to us today about the future of the partnership between Nouns and Bud Light. Do you have some alpha you can spill for us? What's going on with the plans for Bud Light Next and Nouns?
Yeah. I mean, don't want to divulge too much. The biggest thing that we
What if we play that sound? Then will you do it?
That might help. But the biggest thing we just did was introducing Snapshot to let people have weighted votes. That was really the biggest update we've had within the past month, because previously we were just having people vote through Discord. It wasn't weighting their votes based on how many Next NFTs they held. It was just one per Discord user. Now we really have weighted votes, which is really key.
So that means the more NFTs that you own, the more votes you have on any given proposal.
Correct.
That's very cool. Yeah, that's one of the limitations of emoji voting in Discord. It's great. It gets the job done for a lot of the different scenarios that you might need it, but it doesn't do a great job of weighting by how many tokens you own.
Yeah, exactly. So introducing Snapshot was great for us. And we've seen a really positive pickup among the community for people who are wanting to use it and, have swept a bunch of Bud Light Next tokens so they get more power in our Noun vote, which has been really fun to see.
Cool. Well, for any Bud Light Next who are tuned in here, can you explain to them how Snapshot works so that they can, next time they go to vote, they're not surprised if they haven't been around? Maybe we can just do a quick walkthrough of how they can use that.
Yeah, 100%. So within our Discord, and if you're not in our Discord, it's discord.gg/budlight. Super simple. Definitely hop in, and people among the Nouns community hop into if you're up for it. But there will be a Nouns DAO proposal channel. We post the full proposal there, a link to it. On Snapshot, all you do, click the link, go to snapshot.org. You can see the full proposal. You connect your wallet. It'll have you sign a transaction. It will not cost you anything at all. And then you just submit your vote, yes or no.
Do any of the holders ever have conversations around you guys as a group putting your next proposal up, or like what that might be?
Oh, it's funny you should ask that, Aptoshi. I think he has some news on that front.
There's a channel.
Yes. Correct. There is a channel. We have been working on a what we call our proposal workshop among the community to come up with a proposal that we could submit. Right now, we're really focused on this NFL program that we're running right now. But after the NFL season, we're gonna bring back up that proposal. A few members of the community put in a lot of work on what that could be for us. There are some really fun ideas in there.
By the way, can we pause there for a second, Nick? Because I realize there could be quite a few people listening here who don't even know that Nouns was in a Super Bowl ad and what the involvement of Bud Light was with that. Do you want to maybe take a step back and talk a bit about that before talking about the new proposal?
Yeah, sure thing. So that was really our main drop point earlier this year around the Super Bowl. That's when we launched the Next collection. That's when we bought Brewski and bought our Noun from Bud Light, and then that Noun was featured in the Super Bowl ad that we had this year around Bud Light Next. That's kind of where it all ties together. And there was a ton of social media conversation around it, ton of press picked it up as well. So I think it was great overall to bring awareness of Web3 as a whole and the Nouns community to mainstream audiences.
Absolutely. And I have a question from our Discord as well. Someone's asking if there's any plans to do another Super Bowl commercial this season. Do you have any idea about that? Or are you that's sealed?
Can't release anything about upcoming Super Bowl yet.
Ooh. We'll take that as alpha. Take that that for what it was.
I did pin a tweet to the top too for anyone who just wanted to sort of see that Nouns imagery.
That's awesome. I was looking for that, so good job.
It was so cool.
You found it faster than me.
Yeah, I mean, like 50 million viewers saw the Nouns glasses at Super Bowl, which is pretty incredible.
And not to mention at a Super Bowl that specifically everyone was like theorizing which NFTs were going to be announced there, and not a single other one was.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing about it too is that like there was no context, which I think is the most Nanish thing ever, because it's like people saw the glasses and maybe they asked someone, or maybe they Googled, or maybe they just will remember it next time they see it somewhere else, like on a sailing regatta or somewhere, just somewhere completely different than football. And that's where the brand continues to get built.
Put the noggles on some Clydales.
There you go.
Definitely. That would be so cool.
I used to work at Busch Gardens back in the day for years. It was the best. but it was the one in Williamsburg. Hey, we had Clydesdales there, and I think it would be terrifying to put noggles on them.
This has been a look inside Sam Ellis's head. It doesn't
right.
sound fun.
I do have a hard hitting question for Nick.
What's that?
So, have the blue noggles been made? And if so, how do I get my pair? Because I have the NFT, and I've asked numerous times, and I just haven't gotten an answer. And I hate to put you on the spot online, but that's the only reason why I bought the NFT, to get some plastic.
I also have a question too, but just in a minute. So whenever you guys are ready, just call on me. It's actually a pretty good question. I was just wondering, like, how are you guys gonna handle like the governance token on the NFT? Is there gonna be some sort of utility that I'll be able to reap benefits gradually over time, and then maybe flip it later on at a later date, or is it just gonna be just like set in stone, like just basically the NFT, the NFT itself, instead of like having its own token?
Sure, Nick, maybe you can take those in succession. So talk about the noggles first, and then we can talk about the NFT itself and its utility, if any.
Really, you got it. Though, just the other part, though, because you guys did start allowing the community to vote, I thought that was an awesome utility benefit of the NFT, was that I was able to then tap in to a treasury over like $29 million and help steer, where that treasury could go.
Yeah, totally agree. That's one of the coolest things I think we have with Bud Light Next right now, is being able to let a community control our noun vote, which is very interesting. I'll take the glasses thing first. So one, they were supposed to be delivered sooner. So we have addressed this a few times within our Discord. I'm not sure where you asked about it, but we ran into a couple manufacturing hiccups, I'll say, just throughout the year. But I will say I got my hands on one of the samples, and I think everyone is going to be very pleased with them when they do come out. They will be landing in our warehouse November, and they will be shipping out shortly after. There was a claim window earlier this year, right after the Super Bowl. If you missed that, DM me and I'll see what we can do to get a pair in your hands.
I can give you the big long Twitter history of DMs where I didn't get my NFT for like months, and they're like, "Oh, we don't know how it slipped through," and I was like, "Oh, I wanted the glasses."
We'll get you taken care of. Don't worry.
Thanks, Nick.
For sure.
Did you want to take the other part of that question as well, Nick, about the utility of the token and the intentions for Next in the future?
Yeah, was it just around just the Next token itself? I wasn't super clear.
It sounded like Nikki was asking about the Next token and what kind of utility, if any, there'll be with the NFT going forward. And I know Sam touched on the actual vote, which is a pretty good utility, but wondering if there's anything else coming down the pipe.
Yeah, for sure. So a few things. One, the glasses were an immediate next thing afterwards. So excited for everyone to get a physical pair of the glasses. We also held what we called NFT Beer Fest at the St. Louis Brewery earlier this year. There may be more in the future. You can take that how you want it as well. Very excited for that. And we shut down the whole brewery. We had some music artists come out and perform, tours all day. There were Clydesdales. They didn't have noggles on, but maybe next year. But yeah, it was amazing. We shut it down, free food and drink for everyone all day. It was a great time to really get out there, talk to the holders, be immersed in the community. That was just one thing we did earlier this year. Throughout the summer, for our holders, we did a bunch of giveaways for a lot of our sponsored events, Lollapalooza, Gov Ball, a lot of music festivals. And then just now, within the last couple weeks, we released an NFL collection in collaboration with Dapper and the NFL themselves. That is our Bud Light, regular Bud Light NFL cans. And that gets you access to a Survivor Pick'em game that you can play throughout the season and like win different prizes, whether that be Dapper, all NFL all day packs. A year's worth of beer is on the table. A trip to Super Bowl is on the table.
Whoa! Trip to Super Bowl. Geez, this is a lot of prizes. How can people take advantage of this if they're next owners?
Yeah, I'll drop a tweet up here. But I would say head to fandom.budlight.com and you can snag a Bud Light NFL can and hop in the game. It's a very simple mechanic. You don't have to be a football expert to make it very far. It's a survivor league. You basically pick one team each week that you think is going to win. If that team wins, you build your win streak. And then we have a different prize for every level of win streak throughout the entire season. You can still win years worth of beer, playoff tickets, regular season tickets, NFL jerseys, and a few other things. We're also having a few other things not included in the game. So if you own one of these cans, depending on the team you own, let's say you pick up a Chiefs can, you'll get to go to one of our private stadium tours at the Chiefs Stadium. So if you are a big football fan, highly encourage looking into it. And then hopefully during these stadium tours, we'll get to crack open a beer on the field and we'll have a great time.
Hey, Sam, you know those stories about people who like get kicked out of all-you-can-eat buffets because they eat too much?
Yeah.
That's what would happen if I won the year's supply of beer.
No.
Around the 6-month mark, they'd be like,
This
I'm
sounds
sorry,
very
Tony.
much like the Great White North.
Sorry, our calculations were
They're like, our decision is calculated, but we were bad at math.
How's it going, eh?
Oh, geez. I did. So we got the pick'em up there. So that's how you can get involved with this contest. It's pinned above. And right before that, I also pinned a link over to the Bud Light Next Discord. So if you're not in there, I saw a few people commenting that they'd like to get in there. So that's how you can do that.
Sweet, thanks on that. And then one clarifying thing about the NFL program, we gave a free NFL can NFT to each of our Next holders, one for each Next NFT that they owned.
Nice. Very cool. So lots of stuff going on there. It's nice to hear that there's lots of stuff coming down the pipeline.
Oh yeah, and that's just this year. You never know what's going to happen next year. We're just constantly coming up with new ideas, trying to build cool stuff within the space. So really excited to have a team that's fully dedicated to it and working on it every single day.
Very cool. Can you talk to us a little bit more about the partnership with NFL All Day? So for those who don't know, NFL All Day is Dapper Labs' NFL foray, I guess, into football from their Top Shots roots, correct?
Correct. Yeah. I would say it's similar to Top Shot. There are a few differences, but we wanted to work with them. They're obviously experts in the space when it comes to sports related programs, and we wanted to have this program be on Flow, so it's dynamic, included in our game.
So for those who don't know, Flow is an alternate layer 1 blockchain.
Yep.
Similar to Ethereum, but not decentralized, controlled by Dapper Labs, the makers of Top Shot.
Yep, exactly. But they've been a great partner. We've worked with them on this for about 6 months now, I think is when the conversation started. So we've been sprinting on this program, and the way it turned out, I highly recommend everyone here checks out the site, because it was a labor of love, and we had a whole team working on it. And I think the site turned out absolutely amazing. The whole experience looks really nice. So yeah, I really excited. They've been great partners.
Very cool. Anyone else from the audience have any questions for our guest Nick here from Bud Light? Anyone from the stage, or if you're not on the stage, just put your hand up. In the meantime, I can field one more question actually from Nikki, who's here on the stage. He also commented on one of the tweets asking what the governance will be like on chain. So just to clarify, Nikki, Nick talked about earlier using Snapshot for voting, and that's basically the on-chain governance that they're talking about. So you'll go probably find yourself in the Discord, and they'll give you instructions on how to go to Snapshot, and then you'll just connect your wallet and you'll vote yes or no. It costs you no gas. And that's how Bud Light will know how you wanted to vote on that particular question, right, Nick?
Yep, you got it.
I got a question, Toady.
Okay, I guess you can ask it then.
Will we ever see Spud McKenzie or the Budweiser Frogs again?
Man, that is a great question. Unfortunately, no. Our legal team does not like those characters. We cannot associate with animals.
Interesting. There's so many.
But the Clydesdales aren't animals.
Well, the Clydesdales are an icon, you know.
Those are horses. Come on, those are horses. They're not animals.
Yeah, horses don't count. That's obviously.
Well,
horses aren't animals. They found protocol.
Tell your legal team this phrase. Say, "Hey, selective enforcement."
Valid.
What if we got the frogs to run in some kind of race?
I'm on my way to an apartment and I got off midway through. I'm standing in Union Square just to listen in on this, and it was so worth it just for this exchange.
We did not promise that it would be worth it to do that, so you can't take that up with us.
Next hard-hitting question.
No,
it's the reason is because it can't do things that are associated that might advertise towards children, right?
Yep, that
here's
is exactly.
Here's the follow-up: SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, Sesame Street.
Well, now this is becoming a grilling.
All those are owned.
Let's grill Nick on legal decisions by Bud Light.
Come on Town Square where we bully you.
Yeah, no, it completely makes sense.
This isn't for you. This is for the lawyers.
To clarify, we don't own Busch Gardens anymore or any of those entities.
Sam, get your facts straight.
What happened? Did you lose it in the Tillicum thing? No, I'm kidding.
No, it's really interesting because I think it was last year or maybe like 6 months ago. I don't know what it is in NFT time, but me and some of the friends from the Cryptodes community actually made the Budweiser Frogs like video in 3D, and we like recreated it and turned it into Bud Vibes and like I made like a little song and like we kind of recreated it with Cryptodes, and that is like a really good. I'd never thought about the like the children aspect of the frogs. So
Woody, can you find and pin that above because people need to see that?
Yes, please. Yeah. And just from a personal level, I wanted to retweet that from the Budweiser account so bad because it was so amazing, but couldn't do it.
Oh,
I get it. No, I totally get it now. That's what I'm saying. That's interesting.
Instead, Nick went on Craigslist and he wrote in a non post that said, "To the Woody who made this beautiful piece." No, I thought that happened.
No.
Missed connections.
Missed connections from
missed connections.
corporate tweeters. No, it's funny because it's interesting to see sometimes how you guys have to goose step around certain advertising guidelines.
Say that to a German company.
What, goose stepping?
Yep.
Oh, is that offensive? Well, Toady, this has been Toady Gets Canceled live on 9 o'clock.
It's bound to happen eventually.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll just be back tomorrow.
Every day, forever.
But yeah, I was just gonna say it's interesting to see how sometimes you have to dance around different guidelines in the U.S. for advertising, and it does. I wouldn't want to have to try to consider all those things in every move that I make. So good on you guys, Nick, for keeping going.
It does get difficult sometimes, you know. Sometimes people pitch some pretty amazing ideas, but they don't make it across the finish line.
We won't mention Bud Light, but at least we'll all get the vibes.
Perfect, love it.
Deal. All right. What else do we have on the agenda here for today, Mr. Sam Ellis?
Well, we got did you hear that?
I heard the mouse clicking. Oh, I thought you meant the mouse clicking. Sorry.
Yeah, it was the mouse clicking. I'm like, why isn't it working? It's time for the retweet picker.
I like that.
I do
Retweet
too.
pickers are always fun.
Someone's about to win 0.069 ETH.
They sure are. Thank you
Just
guys.
for retweeting the room, it doesn't seem right.
I know it's
a good
literally.
amount of money.
I'm gonna check with legal on that and get back to you.
I think it's easier than swiping right.
Prof Worder, can you tell us if it's okay? Prof Worder is our legal, by the way.
Yeah, emoji up or emoji down.
Yeah, give us a heart emoji if it's okay to give 0.069 just for retweeting the room, Prof. We won't be able to make another move until we hear from legal. Just please stand by.
Well, we do have a tentative winner if we're allowed to do this.
Let me hit the drums.
You know what? I can feel Prof's vibe. Let's he's okay with it.
Gold Star Gway.
Hey,
Gold Star Gway.
Gold star for you.
You got like a funny little PFP there.
We were gonna give you ETH, but now we're just gonna give you a gold star because.
Yay.
That'll end well.
Oh, but he wants Gwei too. Never mind. We'll still give you the ETH.
Well, congrats, Gold Star. You just won 0.069 ETH for retweeting the room. I like to get it done at the very beginning of the room. I see a lot of new faces in here today. I see a lot of faces I see often. So thanks again for coming. And we will see you tomorrow and the day after.
I believe we also have a winner for yesterday's 4156 birthday too, right?
I believe so.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of fitting too because.
Oh, he's in here. Mystery 370 Rainmaker was our 4156 birthday tweet quote retweet contest winner, and he's a naked dino.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how fitting that we picked yesterday. It was a naked dino, and today we minted a naked dino.
I know. Haters are gonna say it's fake.
You know,
we have the receipt.
They say the same thing about magic internet money.
That's right. Both are real. But unfortunately, Rainmaker, you have won magic internet money, and we're sorry to tell you. That's what we're giving here today. And let's hand it over to. Oh wait, who's doing the contest? Because we don't have Joshua Fisher
today. Yeah, Josh is he's unfortunately indisposed. Even though he's listening with us, he's in a meeting, so he can't come in. That's because yesterday Toady fired him.
So, I did fire him, but that's because he told the joke that I made while being rugged completely opposite of the punchline. So I feel like it was deserved.
It was the best. So we have two contests that are coming up. One, I don't know if it's been pinned up at the top, but it's the carving contest. Hey, everybody, let's carve some pumpkins. Get your creative and show us your nounish carvings. There's going to be the grand prize of 0.2666 ETH. Spooky. And then there's going to be 6 winners. Yes. Watch out for the lightning. There's going to be 6 winners at 0.0666 ETH each.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Yes, it is. But if you don't have gourds in your area and you don't have like a butternut squash or a pumpkin, don't worry. You could use an apple or a watermelon or other fruits and veggies. We'll accept them. But we want to see some good carvings.
What about
I don't want people to just Photoshop it. I want you to get a fruit, a vegetable, a gourd. I want you to get a knife, a spoon. I want you to hollow that bad boy out and show us some excellent nounish carving skills.
In fact, if you Photoshop it and you quote tweet with the Photoshop, we will actually take 0.0666 ETH from your wallet.
It's got to be real. It's got to be real.
Pass it on to the people who actually carved it.
I think this one will be a good one because anytime I've ever been in a pumpkin carving contest, I always finish mine and then go and see the other ones. I'm like, I don't want to play anymore. Like, people are so good at carving pumpkins, I don't even understand how.
Now, the one thing that I don't know about this contest is, when does this one end? Does it end on Monday?
Yes. Yeah, okay. It's a weekend long. So it's kind of a cool thing about it. You have all weekend to go pick up a pumpkin or another fruit, for example, or another gourd or another carvable fruit, I guess.
That's right.
Another type of carvable semi-solid.
A banana lantern.
Can we be serious? If you use something other than a pumpkin, you're disqualified. It's just weird.
Well, they don't have pumpkins everywhere in the world, is what I was told, which does make sense.
No, that's not real.
This is what you
gotta
call
hollow it out. So if you
Ryan,
get you got to core that bad boy. You got to put a little teak candle in there. Set that apple on fire.
Ryan, I just want to say, check your pumpkin privilege, my friend.
However, we do have another contest that's going to happen right at the end of the show. This contest is only going to last 6 hours, though. And there's going to be 6 winners of 0.0666 ETH. Now, this, we're going to want you to take the noun of today, yesterday, or the day before. And you'll have to look. You'll have to go to nouns.wtf to look. We might also have a picture that we'll post for you.
Yeah, they're in the graphic, so they don't even have to do anything.
But we're going to open this up right at the end of the show. Use today's noun, make a spooky sketch. It could be on a napkin. It could be on a paper. You could use pencils. You could use your computer. This one you can Photoshop if you want. But we want it to be a spooky, festive sketch of today's noun or yesterday's noun or the days before.
Because when you go on Twitter and you see a contest and they're claiming to give away ETH and you're like, oh, that's kind of sketch. Well, this is sketch, but
this is the spookiest of sketch.
But not in the sense that we won't pay you, just in the sense
that's
that
right.
Sketch.
So that contest should end at about 8:40 p.m. Eastern time today, and then the contest will close. And I think we're going to be announcing those winners at a slightly later date.
Yeah, slightly later as in one more day.
Yeah.
Technically correct.
Speaking of tomorrow, we have 2 things on the calendar. It looks like we've got FOMO light, so that's going to be a light sesh, not as long, super fluid. Anyone in the audience, feel free to hit us up. Come on up on stage. Tell us what you're doing this weekend, any kind of nounish stuff you're working on. Contest Toshi, do you have your contest tomorrow night at 8?
She's off this week, I believe.
Oh,
yeah.
Bi-weekly.
Every other week.
She's just going to be sitting back, drinking Bud Lights.
Well, for any of you artists and devs out there, there's a Nounish hackathon that starts October 24th, runs to November 7th. We're calling on developers and artists to team up and hack on the Nouns protocol in fun new ways. We want to recreate the magic of the Nounders and bring together creative folks in the Nouns community to hack together. The question, the prompt is, what is one element of the Nouns protocol that you think would have the biggest impact of change? It's brought to you by Nouns Prop House and Nounish Labs. Gain exposure for your project. We'll retweet you. Teams should submit their final projects as proposals. You can go to prop.house. Look for the Nounish hackathon to get involved there.
Would a Discord be a good idea, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, you could go to Discord, but
Speaking of Prop House, we had so many awesome entries to our Prop House. Just wanted to thank everybody from the community for putting so much thought into the different proposals. I was reading through them today, and lots of really awesome ideas. It's going to be super hard for us to choose winners, so thank you.
Did we have 35 entries?
35 entries, which is actually,
Whoa.
I think, I have to check with Seneca, but I think that's the most entries any first round Prop House has ever received, but I have to double check that number. It's between us and Little Nouns. Little Nouns had quite a few as well, but anyway, it's pretty awesome either way.
Pretty cool.
Al 409, stand down. Just let us have it.
I think
I also just pinned another contest that's running at the moment. We're running with NAS. It's like a crossover contest with NAS and Outstyle, and it's to create traits using the Noundry Studio editor. So I just pinned that to the top. It's just another one of these crazy contests out there.
Cool. Does anyone else have a contest that they'd like to announce live on the Spaces today? Anyone
we've got Food Nouns is running a Prop House.
Any contest ideas that you'd like to make up on the spot, and we can?
Well, if you didn't get your contest idea in or your Prop House idea in for us, Yatong had just had his mandate round on Prop House picked for the next one, which the topic is make nouns go viral. So if you just missed getting it in on Prop House, or if your Prop House isn't picked make sure you try to get involved in that one too.
You know what we should have, and this is something we don't have. We should make a new area on the Discord that is just like current contests, and we should just have a pinned post that has literally every contest that's ongoing, both on TNS and within our different communities. Because I'm here hosting the show every day, and I've already lost count. So we need a way for our community to be able to know all the different things that they could win. So let's set that up. Meet us in the Discord. We'll set up a little channel where you can see all of the live contests as they're added.
That would have been a great prop house idea.
Oh, damn it. Can we rewind this? Run it back.
We can edit this out.
Yeah, can we edit that in post? Tody's new idea.
Yeah, I got it.
Most certainly can.
Can we edit that in live? Akva, you've got a question, sir?
Oh, wait.
Hold on. Akva had a quick question before the poet.
Yeah, so you just asked if there's any other contest. So there's a contest from International Nouns to make Nouns head Brazilian timid. So if you want to do a caipirinha or an animal or whatever related to Brazil, you can submit it, your artwork, and try your best luck. Thank you.
I saw a delicious acai smoothie head that someone made. It looked quite
I thought
yummy.
he said give an animal Brazilian. I was kind of freaked out.
It's my favorite thing to do on the weekend. I try to keep it light.
That's one of the things that legal does prohibit us from doing, unfortunately.
That's right.
So that's not
Unfortunately.
Come here, Clydesdale.
Unfortunately for Ryan. Sorry, I meant to point out.
Oh, good clarification.
Yeah, so we have no more soapboxes for today. You missed it already. We had it at noon. How did the soapbox go, Akfa? You think you were there? Was it good? I wasn't able to be there.
Yeah, it was quite fun. We were able to discuss with people from Africa, from Japan, from Brazil, from the United States, from Iran. So it was a pretty nice, pretty cool spaces from people across the globe.
We're taking over. Awesome. So we just want to thank our guests for today, Nick, and for any of the Bud Light Next folks that joined us today. We do this crazy thing every single day. And if you just follow us up on top here, this clocky looking thing that I'm speaking from right now with the red noggles, follow us and you'll be able to see all the daily shows that we do here where we kind of just banter like we did today. And we have a special guest every day to learn about different communities around the Nouniverse. And then we also have soapboxes every single day, which is where different sub-communities can come on and host their own spaces on our platform to sort of take advantage of our audience and cross-pollinate across all the different corners of the Nouniverse. And I would love to see a Bud Light soapbox. I don't know if that's something that can happen, Nick, with all the hoops that you may have to jump through, but if that's something you're interested in, hosting a spaces over here every once in a while or every week, let me know and we can make that happen.
Or if
happy to.
Proposal workshop onto Prop Talk, just let me know.
Yeah, both great ideas. I'll definitely hit you both on the side.
Cool.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, everybody.
What we like to do for everyone before we send them off is help them commemorate to remember about the time we shared today.
And how do we do that?
We get our best man Ryan Mack up.
Thanks, fellas. We do a POAP, which stands for Proof of Attendance Protocol. You can go to your phone's marketplace and download the POAP app or head over to poap.xyz. When you go to the app, you hit the mint button in the bottom right corner. Then you hit the secret word tab and the POAP sound, please. Today's secret word is Budweiser 2022. BUDWEISER 2022, all lowercase, all one word, Budweiser 2022.
Oh, is this a spelling bee or what? Jeez. I'm just kidding.
Well, half you guys don't have brains, so I got to spell it.
Hang on. Spell it again.
Sam's one of them.
BUDWEISER 2022 for the
I'm
year
not
that
getting
we're
it.
in.
It's not working for me.
It's working for me. No capital.
Me.
Was
All
it
lowercase?
All lowercase.
Yeah.
Sam, can I ask you a quick question? How many Budweisers have you had, Sam?
0. Yeah, it's not working for me. That's weird.
BUDWEISER 2022, which is the year that we're in, Sam.
I before E, except after C,
Yeah.
and then Budweiser too, because we like to drink beer.
How many times do you think we can get Ryan to read it before he loses his mind?
At least two more.
I need
Ryan.
at least 3 more times.
I'm not doing it again.
Ryan, did you implement that thing that we talked about where Sam's banned from POAPs
No!
already? Is that...
Oh?
Not yet.
Uh-oh.
Shots fired.
Rip, Sam.
Well, want to thank everybody for joining us. Always a pleasure. We'll see you
Contest
tomorrow for
only
some
now.
light
Discord live.
9 o'clock.
I
Thank
just
you, Nick.
modified
Thank you,
our
Bud
existing
Light.
one.
Have a great day.
Thanks for coming on, everyone. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Cody. Thanks, Toshi. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Woody. Thanks, Robo Fish Girl. Thanks, everyone in the audience.
Where'd you find these things?
They're usually the first one on Google.
We need some better outro music and intro music. Holy shit.
One of the best things about
This is flawless. I don't know what you're
music
talking
is that there's a lot of stuff for kids.